Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Snake Eyes once again. Good morning, my foot ninjas. Welcome back to the Snake Eyes Needs a Dollar channel. So, excuse any background noise that's going on. As always, we're going to still power through it anyway, alright? Before we get started, you gotta like, comment, subscribe before I kick y'all ass. Nah, I'm just playing. You already know how I do already. Follow me on both my social medias. My Twitter's going to be SnakeEyes_dollar. Dollar is a Dame Dollar for that one. And then for my Instagram, it's all lowercase, SnakeEyes_W dollar. So, this video is about Monday night's game, Eagles and the Vikings. And we got the victory. Got the W. Being huge underdogs in that. Even though we got the win in Detroit, not really having the best game in that. And I gotta say, it has been a very, very long time since I've watched the Eagles game stress-free. I mean, I'm always on the edge of my seat. I'm always yelling. A lot of the things I said about the video that needed to be corrected, you know, moving forward, some things that concern me, it definitely was addressed for sure in this game. Defense stepped up. As much as I can talk about getting only one, defense stepped up. Not only did we shut down Justin Jefferson, but we also shut down Dalvin Cook with the running game as well. So that was good. Kirk Cousins didn't have the best today. And then, guys, I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you. We got in the way. We dodged some bullets in that game. I think on the Vikings' first drive, Darius Slay should have been called for PI because he kind of grabbed Justin Jefferson's hand a little bit. He was grabbing his hand so he can't pull it back to go get the reception. But whatever. I ain't complaining about him. I'm an Eagles fan regardless. So, like, I could care less. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, obviously I want fairness in the game, but come on, like. And then definitely some drops from some huge drops that could have been really big gains throughout the game. Oh my. It wasn't 100% on Kirk Cousins this game. Like, those receivers did not do a good job of catching the ball. Jalen Reagor was talking all this shit. I'm gonna have a revenge game. He didn't do shit in the punt returning department, and he didn't do shit with the receiving department. He did little to nothing. He was almost, I mean, they ran a few plays for him to kind of, like, you know what I'm saying, boost his confidence, but in reality, he didn't do shit. He did the same thing he normally do. Speaking of special teams, I'm sorry, I got a call. Number one, why the fuck did they keep Quez Watkins at the kick returner position? I have no idea. I to this day, I don't understand it. Like, he is an important weapon that we need on the field, especially what he did last year and, like, how important he is to the offense. Why are they putting him at kick returner? Apparently, they didn't make Kobe. So Kobe's the punt returner and Quez Watkins is the kick returner. I thought that they elevated Kobe to take over both sides of the ball, but thank God he didn't because he wasn't really much better. Needless to say, even though Quez Watkins is not a kick returner by nature, I still, even if he was average, I still don't, as a valuable offensive weapon, I don't want to see him on the field in special teams. We got to talk about Kobe.
Rubbish, garbage, trash, waste, tomato, it's all the same.
Ass. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. We don't really need him at receiver, right? It's not like we're going to insert him in this off. Like, what exactly are we going to, what kind of plays are we going to run, right? It don't make sense. And then not to mention, he can't fucking kick return at all. Like, I don't even think he even got 10 yards one time. I'm dead serious. I don't like the way he runs. He looks to run side to side instead of trying to move forward. And I swear on everything, like I said before, that was the most stress-free game I've ever watched from the Eagles, and, like, I'd say at least within the past 2 to 3 years. I'm being straight up honest with you. But that right there, that annoyed the crap out of me. Like, like, we need to cut Kobe. Listen, I'm going to keep it 100. We got to cut Kobe. Kobe's not good at his job. There's no point in inserting him in the offense because I feel like that Deion Kane would be more deserving if we decide to have 5 wide receivers. Like, I don't want to see this guy kick return anymore. You know, Howie needs to do something within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I would like it to be within the next two weeks, but you never know. He needs to do something with this kick return, punt return position because we are in trouble. Somebody who can give me 10, 15, occasionally some 20 yards, that's decent enough. But yeah, all the shit that actually took place in that game, one thing that frustrated the hell out of me the most was watching Kobe kick returns. I gotta get on you Jalen Hurts haters for a second, alright? Man threw for 333 yards, had a damn near over 80% completed the passes, 2 rushes, touchdowns, and a passing touchdown. That was amazing. Like, I'm proud. I'm very proud of that performance. That was amazing. Like, I like the way he was picking apart the Vikings defense. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. The way he was picking apart that damn defense, I actually felt sorry for the Vikings, and I'm an Eagles fan. So that's how crazy easy he was making it. I mean, he was throwing the ball deep down the field with no problem. He did do one overthrow to A.J. Brown. I think it was on the left side of the field that could have been for a touchdown had it been completed, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, he threw a pick, which really wasn't really much of his fault. Gainwell dropped the ball. Now, granted, it could have been a slightly better throw, yeah, but that's how it was an interception because there was a bunch of Vikings in the area who happened to capitalize off the drop. But what frustrates the hell out of me the most is that y'all still talking shit about this man. After the performance he put on Monday, ripping the Vikings defense to shreds, spreading the ball around, everybody got involved. And you saw leadership, you saw a guy that was confident, took complete control and command of the offense, and you saw a guy that was hungry. And that's what you want to see out of the quarterback. I mean, like, he was just like, I can't even really put into words how amazing and how much he answered the call, and how, you know, everybody's talking about some, well, let's just see, you know, he's talking good and all of that. Let's just see if he's going to put it on the field. And he showed y'all dumbass haters that he is the guy. All he has to do, I'm going to be straight up and honest with you. All he got to do is just stay focused. I see the gift. I saw the gifts. I saw improvement. I saw he put actions behind those words. He's a threat running and passing the ball. I'm a little bit nervous because I think later on down the line, hopefully nothing happens to him. He got to stop taking so many damn hits. I'm so sick of you dumbass haters. Y'all always got some smart shit to say. This man played his ass off. Played his ass off. Did everything he was supposed to do. That's an A+ game, man. Everything he was supposed to do. And y'all still talking shit about this guy. Well, it's only one game. Like, of course listen, you obviously got to stay focused throughout the year. You saw how he was celebrated, but he was quick to regain his composure. That right there, that's what you need out of your quarterback. That's what you need out of the leader of your football team. Somebody who's like, yeah, I'm going to be happy when we do right, but we got to stay focused. The job is not done. We still got... I think he did like a little gritty dance in the first quarter when he made that rushing touchdown. And man, I'm telling you right now, because Monday Night Football, they were showing him bench squatting. I'm probably saying that wrong. They were showing him squatting like 600 pounds. And he put that on display. I think it was the second rushing touchdown. He put that on display because he was like 5 yards but behind the end zone. That was just straight power. But again, like I said before, I don't want to see that too often because he's a quarterback at the end of the day. He's a guy that I want to see him be able to get his full opportunity. That way, if he's not the guy, which, listen to me very carefully, after what I saw Monday, I had belief in him because like I knew he was capable of doing something, and like I liked the way he was talking, I liked the way he was taking accountability, I liked the way he was elevating himself. And taking the reins as not just the quarterback for the team, but the leader of the team. Yes, at the end of the day, nobody on the team can get caught up in what had taken place on Minnesota, because chances are games like that probably won't happen again for a hot minute. So the thing is just to stay focused, stay consistent, and stay hungry. And I'm really glad the Detroit game had taken place, even though I'm not glad, but I am glad because what it did was it humbled us, because we came in the season like, all right, we got a roster. How are we stacking up the roster? We feeling ourselves. We appear like we got the team to take the Super Bowl, and then Detroit gave us a little bit of slice of humble pie, and then I think that kind of it lit a fire under our team to really just get focused and say, hey, we're really not there yet. We got to put in some real work to be the team that we wanted to be. And for both sides of the ball, they show that. Hats off to Jalen Hurts, and you haters can go kiss ass. I would like to see him in certain situations to step up in the pocket a little more, right? And shout out to the running backs. Everybody did their thing. Gainwell didn't get as much, carries. But Miles Sanders was productive. Got stopped a little bit in the third quarter. And I know everybody's concerned about, well, we didn't score in the second half. As much as people want to make that a big deal, I'm honestly not concerned by that whatsoever. I think that Jalen Hurts continued to make good throws in the second half. It wasn't a complete drop-off. He still made throws to move the sticks. And I'm also happy because we didn't do anything that was going to create turnovers, right? Create turnovers that was going to give the other team an opportunity. The idea was like, okay, if we can run up the score, let's do that. But the other idea is like to play smart. But really, the real reason why I felt like that we didn't score in the second half is because the Vikings did a really good job of stopping the run, especially really in that third quarter. Like the third quarter, the run wasn't as productive as it was in the first half, and it made us one-dimensional. And another thing I want to give credit to is Steichen. Play calling was outstanding. Outstanding. Everything that I said that needed to happen, having options, shotgun plays. I saw some single back plays where Jalen Hurts lined up under center. Everything I said in the previous video of how to get more guys involved, how to open up the offense, he did it. I'm surprised the Vikings didn't really blitz as much. But then again, I kind of understood because when you blitz, you're kind of leaving your corners on man-to-man coverage. And their best corner is Patrick Peterson, who is way past his prime. Let's keep it real. Even if he's not past his prime, because I think he's like 32 years old, I have no complaints whatsoever from Steichen. Steichen said in the press conference he needed to get more receivers involved. He did that. He called the right plays. He wasn't stuck doing RPOs every damn play, which was, again, like I said before, I don't have a problem with the RPOs. The RPOs were working. It worked in the Detroit game at sometimes and worked in Minnesota. I think that we have moments where the RPOs we're highly successful in that. But we run them too much, and we run them in moments where it's not necessary and it's actually hurting the team rather than helping the team. I think in the future, one thing I shout out to Joey Schick, one thing that he mentioned is like we should run some play action. I think because of the fact that when our run was going the way it was going, and then we could pass, our passing was dense, because right from the first drive, we was boom, like Jalen Hurts was throwing dimes. It wouldn't help to implement some play action into the playbook in the future to keep the defense guessing, because we already know we got Jalen Hurts who can run the ball effectively. Miles Sanders, really solid game. I think he had like 17 carries for 80 yards. So he had a solid game. And then, like I said, when he's healthy, he's a top 10 caliber running back in the discussion. Gainwell didn't get a lot of opportunities on Monday, but he's very good. I believe in him. And Boston Scott had like maybe one or two good runs in that Minnesota game. Either way, Boston Scott's been a very good player for us for a long period of time. But yeah, throwing in some play action every now and then, that would definitely help the offense and keep the defense on their toes, especially when our run game is effective, which for the most part it is. I feel like the run game, our rushing offense is a strong point for our team. And that offensive line was kicking ass. And shout outs and huge shout outs to them. They played their ass off and definitely did a great job protecting Hurts for the most part. Okay, so we're going to move on to the defense. I know I said Gannon and EB fight is in the third, but I got to give credit where credit's due. Like I said before, earlier in this video, he shut down Dalvin Cook running the ball. Dalvin Cook was dropping passes. He wasn't sure of himself. Kirk Cousins didn't have a good game. He had receivers, receivers out there dropping passes, which added to not only was the coverage amazing, we shut Justin Jefferson ass down. Talking all that shit. Oh, I'm glad the Eagles didn't draft me. Well, we're glad we didn't draft you, because look at our damn team right now. Look at our team. We got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Goddard, all of them, Quez Watkins, all of them guys, and Miles Sanders, well, they're running backs. But like, you get my point. Like, our offense, we're legit. Legit. So at the end of the day, listen, no hard feelings, but you got your ass whooped today by Darius Slay, who is the best cornerback in the league. The best fucking cornerback in the league. Bro could have had 5 interceptions. He ended up having 2. Shutting his ass down by himself. The secondary played great for the most part. I think Chauncey Gardner-Johnson missed a couple tackles. Mike Epps was making some hard hits, but he did miss a tackle here and there. But Darius Slay was kicking ass out there. And like, listen, everybody's been, you know, underestimating this man. This man was a top 5 corner last year. I didn't like how he was playing his maybe first 1 or 2 seasons as a Philadelphia Eagle. But ever since last year, made a complete 180, and forget about being a top 5 corner. He's the best cornerback in football, period. And last night showed it. Last night showed it. Okay? TJ Edwards had a hell of a game. He had a bunch of tackles. I want to talk about Hassan Reddick and that defensive line. For the life of me, Gannon, why the fuck are you putting Josh Sweat, a defensive end, in coverage?
Holy shit!
Why are you doing that? Even if he is a little faster, even if he is a little mobile, even if he can cover a little bit, even if he was like J.J. Watt and can catch an interception every now and then, why are you putting this man in coverage? A defensive line. Like, listen, you know our defensive line is filled with a lot of veterans. Brandon Graham just came off an injury. Fletcher Cox is, you know, a legend without question. And so is Brandon Graham, by the way. But both guys are both on their way out. Josh Sweat is still developing. You got Mid Williams and Hargreaves, who could be the future for our team for sure. And you got Jordan Davis, who I didn't hear much about. I don't even think he maybe got some snaps. I don't remember because I don't remember. I didn't hear anything about him on the field. So it's a possibility he could have been in the game playing some snaps, but I didn't hear nothing about it. But our front 4 has me concerned. Now, when it comes to Gannon blitzing, he did a really, really good job of blitzing more often this game than Minnesota game. But what Gannon has to stop doing, stop throwing blitzes when we have to throw blitzes. Like, he throws blitzes on 3rd down. Why don't you throw some blitzes on 1st down? Why don't you throw some blitzes on 2nd down? Right? And I think he did I think he did a better job of knowing when to call the blitz plays in the second half. The first half I wasn't feeling it, but the second half he did a better job of actually timing when was the right time to blitz. Because sometimes, like, some of this stuff was really avoidable. I'm being straight and honest with you. But what concerns me the most, not even really Gannon. What kind of frustrated the hell out of me, because when I was watching our front 4 barely get to Kirk Cousins, the pocket was damn near pretty much clean as hell for, like, I'd say 90% of the game. We had some quarterback knockdowns, but I don't think there was even a freaking, like, strand of turf on his damn uniform. Like, we weren't touching Kirk Cousins' paws at all. We weren't even coming nowhere close to this man. It's like we are avoiding this man. Like, the way he was untouched is almost like he was a beekeeper without the suit and he had a bunch of bees flying around him and shit. Our front 4 is alarming, and we need a defensive end. I'm hearing talks that we can get Jason Pierre-Paul. We might can get. We're interested. I think it's us and the Chiefs were interested in him. I think Jason Pierre-Paul went to the Ravens, but they didn't really work anything out. But yeah, we need a defensive lineman, a defensive end, immediately. I wasn't just thinking about this game when I was watching how damn near it was no pressure at all on him at all. Like, our front 4 didn't do anything. It's almost as if you might as well just go sat all of the defensive linemen on the bench and just have those 7 guys in those positions where they are with linebackers, wherever they are. That's how it was. It's almost like they were not on the field at all. Like, I forgot that we had defensive linemen on the field. Moving forward to Washington, we need to be very, very, very careful that we're not riding on too much of a high. Like, we got to make sure that, like, that game built us some confidence that we can contend. But one thing I noticed about the Eagles in, like, the Super Bowl year and every time we're on the fence and making the playoffs, we always play our best when we have an underdog mentality. We never play our best when we're feeling ourselves. When we're feeling ourselves, we get our asses kicked. The Eagles, our team thrives off of hard work, determination, grit, and being an underdog. We don't thrive off of just, you know, sitting back, relaxing. Like, every single time we were riding on a high, it fucks us over. So we need to make sure that we stay focused. Jalen Hurts looked like he already, based on how he was celebrating, he looked like he's going to do his part. but everybody, both the offense and the defense and the coordinators, like Steichen, do what you did last game. Do what you did against Minnesota coming into Washington. Because I'm telling you right now, like Carson Wentz or not, he's balling out. He's balling out. And got Teddy McLaurin, you got this Dotson guy from Penn State, and maybe another receiver or two that's not coming to my mind right now. But Carson Wentz looked like that he might be the guy for Washington that they need. So we got to shut his ass down. Because I'm telling you right now, if this defense rises to 200 for high, we're going to get our asses beat. One thing before I end this video, what I would like to see Gannon do, I would like to see Gannon throw in some inside linebacker blitzes. Like, let the linebackers get in between the tackles and do some inside linebacker blitzes. I think that will help our defensive line a lot. That's just something I would recommend. Other than that, I'm very happy, but I'm not too happy to the point where like I'm just like, we're going to Super Bowl this year. No. Great game. Let's continue that success. Even if it's not identical to Monday, let's continue moving in an upward trajectory, all right? Like, comment, subscribe. Brother got big dreams, but not a big bank account. I need y'all to donate if y'all can to help this channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my end, working hard. Help a brother out, all right? I don't want to make this a habit of keep doing Eagles recaps because I don't have time like that because I'm working a lot. So what I might do next week, I'm going to make this. I'm gonna react to Washington highlights because I'm not able to watch the Washington game, obviously. What I'm planning to do is have a video where I'm actually reacting to the Washington Eagles highlights with y'all. So I'll hold off on watching our highlights until I start making the video. So I'll do that for y'all. It's going to have to be the last one because I really have to start releasing some new music. Like, oh, if I haven't already, Street Road to Double XL, the album Lit, album of the year, it's in the description as well. But yeah, moving forward, I need to put out some more music to get back on the grind, you know what I'm saying? It's been a little bit hard, but I'm getting back on my feet financially, and I'm trying to release some new music for y'all, but I can't do that because I haven't been able to record. So Washington is going to be the last thing in a hot minute. It's going to be the last video in a hot minute for the Eagles. I'll put that out for y'all so y'all can continue to have consistent content. Alright? Peace. I'm out of here. Right?